G'day, my name's Sam Lawrence. I'm the creator of Budget for Me. Um, I am a father of a child who's a participant of the NDIS. I was formerly a teacher and a deputy principal and a school principal in South Australia. I've also worked as a support worker and a support coordinator. My experience is certainly more strongly related to education, and it has been a big learning journey and a learning curve for me, understanding the NDIS and how it works. I find it confusing, and I wanted to create something using my education experience to support others in better understanding it. I wanted to make sense of particularly the funding and the finances, the allocation of funding, where it was allocated to, how you spent it, how you kept track of it all. I knew nothing about it, and it was really confusing every time I spoke to anybody about it, and I needed to make better sense of it all. So I needed to create something that I could see on a screen, where it was spent and how much was spent, etc. All the things you need to do when you're budgeting accurately. And to my surprise, there was nothing that I had sort of pictured that would help available online at all. And so that got me thinking. Budgeting is really hard. I'm an Excel nerd, which I'm afraid to say I don't speak about it too often publicly. But I began dabbling with templates, trying to work out what would be the best way to set up a budget template. Quick shout out to Natalie, who gave me the first spreadsheet. She shared something with me, which sort of started me on this journey of creating something for you all to be able to use. I realised I needed to make something that I could use to accurately budget, and something that anyone could use, because it became apparent to me halfway through making it that it's really to create something that was going to work accurately and be able to be user friendly is very tricky. And I wanted to keep it simple and unbreakable and useful to everybody that wanted to use it. So there's two types of uses for the budget program. The first one is if you're developing your own plan review. So you're collating all your data together, getting all your figures together, crunching numbers about support worker costs, etc. And you're wanting to be able to submit an accurate budget to your LAC. So that would be the first reason that this would be really helpful. Secondly, developing a sustainable budget. You may have already received your funding from the NDIS, and now you're wanting to make sure that you allocate your funding over the plan length, and ensuring that you have funding right up to nearing the conclusion of your plan, making sure you don't spend too much too early, or on the flip side, apprehensive about spending because you're concerned about running out of funding, and then you ultimately don't spend all your funds, meaning you've missed out on services that you could have been accessing. So that's the two reasons. I think that the plan the budget can be useful. Just quickly, I made the actual program. It's built on Excel. It hides all the formulas and it makes it really user friendly, etc. And I've locked it down so it's protected. And I'm wanting to release updates and continue to develop it over time, so you are able to access a better program as time moves on. You need a computer or a laptop, a PC, some type that runs Windows 10, and a 64-bit operating computer. I don't know what that means, but it's not 32-bit, it's 64-bit that you need. And you also need a good sense of humour. That's also not necessarily required for Budget for Me, but you need it for life. Finally, I'm not an expert at anything. I don't wait for the NDIA or the NDIS. This program isn't affiliated with them in any way. It's purely me creating something that I hope is going to be able to support other people in time. If you want to give any feedback, any suggestions to improve the program, there's contact details within the software that you can get in contact with me. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. All the best.